again. So each group in the K-map is known as the implicant. So you can observe, we'll talk about implicants here. The group once is called an as implicant. That is, if it is SOP, I'm talking about SOP. Always remember that. I will take SOP as reference. I will explain that. I will give the definitions every time. Okay. So you can convert into for POS also. You can generalize to the POS also. Okay. Now, if I take reference as SOP is here, so the group once is called as implicant. For example, if you take this example, so here you have grouped the this one cells, this min terms and this min terms. That is, this is called as a implicant. This one is called as a implicant here, and you're going to have what following types of implicants are there. So those are the prime implicants. Those are the prime implicants as well as the essential prime implicants. I'm telling you that what I'm telling, each group in the K-map is called as the implicants here. Now coming to prime implicants and essential prime implicants. Here, coming to prime implicant here, in K-map grouping, for a grouping, there is no possibility of further expansion. Expansion of grouping is called as a prime implicant. So I will explain with one example here. So let me explain that one. So you can just keep it in mind. In a K-map grouping, for a grouping, if there is no possibility for further expansion of grouping, that is called as a prime implicant. For example, if we take our examples here, uh, so for example, if we take this grouping, that is first row grouping. If we take first row grouping, is there any possibility of expansion of this group? Is there any possibility of expansion of this group? There is no possibility of expansion of this group. That is, it's called as a prime implicant. For example, let me take one more example. With that, I will explain clearly. So here, for example, if we are having this K map. For example, you are having this is a grouping. So here, what you can group this one cell, and also you can group these two cells. That is, so if you group the one cell, this is called as an implicant. That is, you are grouping this cell is mod. It is called as an implicant. Coming to prime implicant. So here you can observe this grouping. So there is a possibility of expanding this group. There is a possibility of expanding the group. So why it is possibility? Why? Because you can group these two cells. You can group these two cells, right? That means there is a possibility of expansion this group one cell grouping. So this one cell grouping is not called as a prime implicant. It is simply one implicant. But you can take this two cells grouping. So there is no further expansion of this grouping. There is no further expansion of this grouping, and it is called as a prime implicant. This one is called as a prime implicant. You can take this one is called as a prime implicant, and it is not prime implicant. Why? Because there is a possibility of expansion of this grouping. Okay, I hope you're clear with the prime implicant. Now coming to essential prime implicant, the second one, essential prime implicant. So in K-map grouping for prime implicants, that is here we are going to observe only prime implicants here, not implicants here. So if a grouping is covering at least one min-term cell which is not covered by any other prime implicant, then it is called as the essential prime implicant grouping. Let me explain this one. So read the definition of the EPI, essential prime implicant. So you can take this example. So don't bother with input variables. For example, these are the min terms. These are the min term. So how we can group here? We can group these two cells, and also you can group these two cells, right? So here you can observe this first grouping. So in this first grouping, if you take this min term, let me show with the variables here, 0, 0, 1, 1. So if you take with this 0 min term grouping, so this min term is not covered by this. It is covered by what? Only one prime implicant. You can observe this min term is covered by only one prime implicant. Let me show with the other color. So you can observe this red color grouping, the red color prime implicant. So here this min term 00 min term is covered by what? Only one prime implicant grouping. It is not covered by other prime implicant grouping. So it is called as a EPI. This one is called as a essential prime implicant. And also you can observe this black color grouping. In this black color grouping, the min term 11. The 11 min term is covered by only this PI. It is not covered by other PI. So it is also called as a one EPI. So here these two are called as these two cells. These two groupings are called as the prime implicants as well as the essential prime implicants. For example, if I take one more example, or if we show here only, I will talk about EPI here. Let me explain with the four variable KMAP. So this topic is somewhat important for your competitive examination. Like you'll be given with the KMAP and you asked to find out how many essential prime implicants are there. The question will be asked like that. For example, let me give some random so you can take this example. For this example, I'm doing the grouping here. Anybody could you answer me? How many maximum number of cells I can group here? So for this four cell grouping, these are min terms are given. So for this min terms, how many maximum number of cells I can group? Whether I can group only one cell or three cells? Three, yeah. Can you group the three cells? Can we group the three cells? So always remember that we can group only 2 power of n cells. The grouping possible for only 2 power of n cells. That is, you can group only one cell or two cell or four cell or eight cells. Okay, you should not group the three cells or five cells like that. Okay. Okay. So here you can group the maximum four cells grouping. You can group four cells grouping here. That is, you can group these four cells. Okay. So after completion of this grouping, you can observe. So there is three more cells are there which is containing the min terms, right? So here further also I can group the four cells here by using the overlapping. So usually you can group like this. Usually you can group these two cells like this, but I'm going to group the four cells here by using the overlapping here. That is, I can group these four cells. Okay. Now there is one more min term is there. One more min term is there, right? You can observe this min term. That is, to group this min term, simply you can group the one cell. But here, to get the minimal expression, I'm going to use the one more overlapping, and I will use two cell grouping here. That is, I can group these two cells. Okay. So total, how many groups we are having? Total, you are having the three prime implicants. Total, you are having the three prime implicants. This one is what? Prime implicant. Why? Because it cannot be further group. It is cannot be further group. Okay. You can group only two cells here. Now coming to this is also one prime implicant, and this is also one prime implicant. Okay, now tell me, these three are EPI or not? You can observe the definition for the essential prime implicant. So in K-map grouping, for prime implicants, the grouping is covering at least one min-term cell which is not covered by the any other prime implicant grouping, then it is called as the EPI grouping. For example, if you take this grouping, this two cell grouping, here you can take this min-term. This min-term is not covered by the any other prime implicant. It is covered by only one prime implicant. So we can say that it is a EPI. This fellow is called as the what? Essential prime implicant. It is called as a essential prime implicant. Is it clear, everybody? Here you can take here this min-term is not covered by the any other prime implicants. It is covered by only one prime implicant. So it is called as a EPI. Now coming to, you can take this grouping. In this grouping, this min-term is covered by this prime implicant as well as the this prime implicant also. Coming to these two also, these two min-terms are covered by two prime implicates. But you can observe this min-term, this zero min-term, this min-term is covered by only one prime implicant, only one prime implicant. So it is also called as the EPI. You can observe at least one min-term. You can take at least one min-term. Don't bother about the all min-terms. If at least one min-term is covered by only one prime implicate other than the any other prime implicates, then it's called as the EPI. So it is also called as the EPI. Okay. Now this one, tell me, this red color grouping, is it EPI or not? Anybody could answer me? This red color one, is it EPI or not? Is it essential prime implicant or not? Right? It's obviously it is going to be EPI. Why? Because these min-terms are not covered by any other cells. So it is a EPI. This one is also essential prime implicant. Okay. For example, you are having another manner like for example, you are having K-map like one more example I will take, which is not having the EPI. So why am I explaining? Why am I taking this much of time? Means K-map is very important for the digital electronics. It's like base. K-map is like base for the every topic in the digital electronics. That's why I'm taking the much time here. So here, for example, you are having min-terms are like same 1 1 1 1 1 1, and here 1 1 1. Okay. Now I'm doing grouping here. So you can group the these four cells and these four cells. Please observe the grouping. My intention is to explain the EPIs. Okay. Now by using opposite grouping, I can group these four cells. So corner grouping. By using the corner grouping, I can group these four cells. Okay. Now tell me, for example, you are having one more 1 here. This one is there. And you can group these four cells. These four cells. So let me first tell me this grouping. Is it EPI or not? Is API or not? Essential prime implicant or not? It's not a essential prime implicant. Why? Because you can take, so you can take these four min terms. Four min terms are called by the more than the one prime implicants, right? So if you take this corner one min term, it's called by the three prime implicants. So it is not a essential prime implicant, but so it is only prime implicant. Okay, it is not a API. Coming to this corner grouping, it is a prime implicant as well as the API. Why? Because you can take this minterm is called by only one minterm, one prime implicant. You can take this minterm, it is called by only one grouping, so it is called as a EPI. It is called as a essential prime implicant. Now this one is what? Prime implicant, and you can observe this minterm, it's called by only one grouping, so it is also EPI, and this one is also prime implicant and essential prime implicant. Okay, I think it is clear for you. I'll give you one question. Just answer me. So, which was asked in the GATE examination, the previous GATE examination. The question is. The question is. The K-map so this was asked in the previous GATE examination, so try to answer everybody. So here you need to remember that in the GATE examination, you're going to get 3 to 4 marks from the digital electronics. So, but it's very simple questions you'll be getting from the digital electronics. Simply logic. So you need not to waste your memory while you're reading the digital electronics. Just using your brain, logical mind, it is enough to read the digital electronics. The K-map for a Boolean X function is shown in figure. The number of essential prime implicants for this function is the options are 5, 4, 6, option D 8. The given function is so everybody answer for this one. Please answer for this question, everybody. The number of essential prime implicants for this given question. Use your pens and papers and do it. How many essential prime implicants are there? do the students. Students, please do it. And post your answer in chat box. Option A or B or C or D. Option B. Okay, any other answers? Right? Okay. Okay, you're saying option B. Let me check it out. So first to go for the how many maximum number of cells we can group here. While you're doing the problem by using K-map, first we'll go for the how many maximum number of cells we can group here. So here I can group the maximum 4 cells by using the corner grouping. That is, I can group this by using, I am engaged with the every corner is having a one min term, so we can group the these 4 cells, maximum 4 cells we can group here by using the corner grouping. Still there are min terms are there. That is, you can group this min term by using this overlapping, and by using overlapping, and by using overlapping. Okay, so it is about the grouping. Okay, now you can observe there is no any other cells without grouping which is having the min term. Now you can now check it out. So if you take this black color, so in this black color grouping, so this min term is not covered by the any other prime implicant. Okay, so it is one EPI. So it is a prime implicant and is also essential prime implicant. Now coming to this fellow here, this min term is not covered by the any other prime implicant, so it is called as the prime implicant as well as the essential prime implicant, and this one is also EI comma EPI, as this is not covered by any other min term, so it is also prime implicant and essential prime implicant. So how many EPI are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So every prime implicant is a essential prime implicant in this grouping. So I'll go with the option B.